to do? We have to understand that we just have to keep going on, one day at a time. And it's interesting because earlier Norm and I and some of us were chatting and talking, and we were talking about how when you get up in the morning, I mentioned this, I said, I turn on the news and I know there's going to be something different, something that's going on. And I know this, and so it's not like I'm expecting it, but I'm aware that whatever it is that's going on is going on out there, and that I can keep my center. And the important thing is to keep my center. The important thing is to know that I am God. The I am is God expressing as self. And so I recognize that as everything else is changing, I too am changing. I am changing, I am growing, I am prospering, I'm getting different views, I'm taking old ideas every day and tossing them. And as I toss old ideas, I realize that I have to be careful about the new ideas that I bring in. I want to be careful that I choose the right ideas. Because if I choose the right ideas, what's going to happen is that I'm going to experience good things. But if I don't make good choices, then I'm going to manifest what kind of choices I make. Now I realize, and I was just reading As a Man Thinketh by James Zeller, and he said when you have scattered thoughts, what happens is you get a scattered life. So do you have a scattered life? Well, I got scattered in the last month or so. I really allowed myself to get scattered. And it's interesting because I'm aware that the energy out there has something to do with what's going on with me. And it's called collective consciousness. We believe in collective consciousness, that the consciousness of what's going on around us can affect us. And so I realize that oftentimes I will give the consciousness of what's going on around me, and I will embody that. I will take that in. If I take that in, I could get scared, I could get panicky, I could get sick, I could do all sorts of things as a result of what my belief system is according to the world, and my belief system is according to the divine presence within me. The divine presence within me tells me that everything is in divine order. Everything is divine order. Are you sure, God? Are you sure? Are you sure we're supposed to have an oil spill? Are you sure we're supposed to have an earthquake? God, I want to talk to you. Because I don't think that's right. No. I got to look at the broader perspective. I got to look at the broader picture. Out of this is going to come something good. Now that's very difficult for us to see, isn't it? It's difficult for us to see good coming out of something that's bad. But what we have to understand is we are spiritual beings. And as a spiritual being, we are going through these episodes, through these experiences, through these catastrophes, through all of these things, only to grow and come out of this in a better way. We have read, don't stick your nose in the ground. We have read, at least I have, for a long, long time, about the changes that are coming on our planet. And the changes that are coming by 2012. Now, I'm not listening to the doomsdayers who are saying that Jesus is going to come from some cloud and come down and grasp them all and take them and we're all doomed. That's not where I'm at. I'm not coming from a hellfire and damnation. My God is a God of love. My God is a God of divine order. My God loves and cares for me. My God loves and cares for you. My God doesn't know the difference. He's going to love everybody. He doesn't say, I'll love you, but I won't love you. So what I have to recognize is that as I'm going into 2012, what we're calling the new earth, where the heavens and the earth come together, and the heavens are the spiritual light and the spiritual energy and the earth energy to find ourselves coming into a grounding that we've never experienced before. Never have experienced before. We are going into our new earth where we will come from a different place, We will see things differently. We will experience life. Our hearts are opening up right now. We're coming from a place of love, or we are being drawn to a place of love. If we hate ourselves, there's something saying, don't hate yourself. If you're judging and you're looking at something outside of you, it's speaking to you. And what you want to do as spiritual beings is you want to let whatever wants to speak to you, speak to you. Let the trees speak to you. Let the clouds speak to you. You say, oh boy, she's really off now. No, it will talk to you. It will speak to you. It's so interesting how everything has a message for you. Everything. Everything. So, my car is, I had my car in and I'll probably have it in again. I will have it in again. They had gone through and they put a new fan on it and they put a new this on it and they put a new that on it. And it's still doing what it did. It's showing up that there is a coolant, needs coolant, check engine. Needs coolant, check engine. Needs coolant, check engine. How much more, what else, what are we going to do now? I said, I'm taking the car. I said, we'll work on this a little bit later on. I said, I'm sure there's an answer to this. Well, the answer is that car is even acting up. It's going through its changes. Its computer is off. It's off. And so, my computer's been off. I think that my computer and my car computer are one. Oh, you're crazy, Joyce. Absolutely crazy. But I do seriously think that we influence the things that we're around. I seriously think that there is something, that some loose wire, we were talking about it, David and I were talking about, some loose wire, something that's going to happen that they're going to be. David suggested booting the car. Booting the car. I never heard of that. That's right. You see, there's a lot of things that you can do that you've never heard about. Disconnect the battery, he said. Let it reboot itself. Computers do that. Oh, they do, don't they? I don't do it anymore. I know what to do. I used to call the service man. My computer and the server isn't coming on. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Well, lady, find the plug. Disconnect the plug. All right? Now, go to the modem. And can you find that little part where it screws in? Oh, I can't find it. I can't. Where is it? Right? Right? Where is it? Ma'am, it's right there. Ma'am, are there any lights on? Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ma'am, are there lights on or no lights on? Well, let me see. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, ma'am. Then there's lights on. That's all we want to know. Are there lights on or no lights on? Yeah, there's lights on. But I said, but then know-it-all says, but I don't think the right lights are on. Unscrew that little place there. Now unscrew it. Now leave it. Leave it. I want my server up. Leave it for about a minute now. Just a minute. We're gonna, ma'am.